Welcome to the Fearfic Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
So, I don't know if you guys do this, but I have a text file where I write down things I want to talk to you guys about, like just general topics. Do you guys do that?
That's so meta, and no, I don't.
And yes, I do.
Ah, interesting.
So, Abysmii, start making that file.
Yeah, make that file.
Okay, technically I do, because it's like on my phone, but it's in my calendar, just not a list, so...
In your calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, I have this text file, and it's running low on topics, and I'm coming down to one where I sort of didn't really know what it meant for a while, but now I remember, so I don't know, do you want me to go with totally off the cuff, cold open idea number 486?
Yes,
sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been there, though, where you write something down, it's like, what is Cheese Whiz Bicycle?
Yeah. Alright, so here is cold open number 4, whatever I said. Written here, it is Inspector Autism.
Okay.
Okay, so Inspector Autism, this cold open, let's go. Here, I'll get started. So,
make sure you have your vaccines before you go to school.
So, God damn it. So, here we go, cold open. Cut all the rest of that out, Elias, of course. So, Twitch has on those live streams of old TV shows and cartoons and stuff. Have you seen those?
I've seen, like, the Bob Ross one.
Yeah. They have, like, Pokemon, the cartoon. They have, all different stuff. 24/7 live streams. They have riff tracks. And also, I found out a couple days ago, they have Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're running like a bunch of Inspector Gadget cartoons back to back to back to back. And so I just thought I'll pop into that and just see if this show was any good. Because, you have those nostalgia goggles. I haven't seen the show or even clips of it since I was a kid. So I'm like, go ahead.
I've seen clips of it, man. No, not a fan.
So I just figured, let me just pop in, watch like some of an episode, see what it's like. Rediscover it. I get in there, it's toward the end of an episode, and after the episode ends, they run a PSA from the original Inspector Gadget cartoon. Like,
Oh, no.
yeah. And, it's tacked on to the end of the episode, and it's all about how Penny is getting her shots. She's getting her vaccines.
Oh, boy.
Vaccines help you, children. They keep you strong and safe from diseases. Even Brain gets vaccines, that type of thing. So, after the PSA is over, I say in chat, man, even Inspector Gadget knows that vaccines are good for you, right? Stupid joke. Just a tame comment. Even a bumbling robotic idiot knows that vaccines are good. Gets instantly deleted. One of the mods is an anti-vaxxer. I get timed out for 10 minutes from speaking.
Is it that they're an anti-vaxxer, or just some mods are hypersensitive to absolutely any language that could be considered controversial to somebody somewhere?
You would think so, except for the fact that immediately after I said that, another user in the chat said, yeah, nothing with mercury in it can be good for you. And that stayed and was left there. Look it up.
Oh, boy.
So the minute I waited, this is the type of person I am. I'm timed out for 10 minutes or whatever it was. Yeah. I sit there for 10 fucking minutes. I don't do anything else. I don't open any other windows. Emails going unanswered. Messages being left aside. People ignored. Mm-hmm. Sit there. Wait for the 10 minutes to be up. Type in all caps, vaccines don't cause autism, and I leave. Because I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to, fuck you. Who gives a shit?
Is that going to become a thing where, like, Inspector Gadget is a symbol of anti-vaxxers on the internet?
Oh, he's going to be appropriated to suit the anti-vaxxer agenda. Yeah.
See, like, they're using Pepe to get Donald Trump elected, and it's going to be the same exact thing of just, like, they're using Inspector Gadget to make sure the kids don't get vaccinated.
Go to school after you get your vaccines. Yeah, I mean...
Go spread chickenpox. It'll make you and your friends stronger. Go Gadget smallpox blankets. I don't know.
Well, Inspector Gadget isn't very good at picking up on social cues, so maybe that's a side effect
Maybe.
of him taking those vaccines.
Maybe. Has nothing to do with the fact he's literally a robot.
Well, why does that robot talk with such a weird cadence is all I'm saying. It just seems like he's not...
His maker was a buffoon, that's why.
Wait a minute.
Well, does Arissa talk that way? Arissa's a robot. No.
Wait a minute.
They don't have the same maker.
Somebody get Matt Pat.
Arissa is too young to have gotten her vaccinations yet.
Somebody call Matt Pat.
Stop vaccinating your robots.
God damn it. What you said was, Inspector Gadget speaks with a weird cadence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cadence is the name of that kid that the soccer mom didn't get vaccinated. I think we're onto something here.
Oh, shit.
And then Cadence.
Come here, Cadence.
Is the name of the pony that married Shining Armor and stole, Twilight's heart. Anyway, this is going nowhere. We're just having...
DP, were you vaccinated, buddy?
Guys, we're just having casual conversations is all.
Yeah.
We're just having some casual conversations.
Yeah. And on that note, what are we
Fleming
reading?
Storage Unit number 11, Casual Conversations. Yeah, back at it.
Back at it again with the white privilege. We've got Carlie has written this. What?
What? How does
What?
one follow the other?
But you said back at it, so back at it with the white privilege. Is that not how it goes?
How?
Is that not? Isn't that the whole
Carlie
meme?
come into that though?
Wasn't that the meme back in the day? The kid would videotape his white friend and shame him. Is that?
Yeah, but
Damn,
how does Carlie
Daniel.
come into that though?
Damn, Daniel, back at it with the white privilege.
Oh my god.
No.
I would say back at it with the "this has been read 666 times," which is pretty metal.
Hey, that's true.
Carlie. Let's get into Fleming Storage Unit. Yes, Fleming Storage Unit number 11. We are reading more of these stories. No, we didn't forget. We just lost our editor and had to go get him. And then after that, wanted to explore a bunch of other stories. So finally, back at it with Storage Unit number 11.
By the way,
should I start us off?
Elias, totally not grateful we saved him. The minute I brought him back to the offices, I found him trying to steal Fun Dip.
We are docking his college credit pretty hard this month. So
instead of doing like smoking in the boys' room, do you think like at a Mormon private school it's like Fun Dip in the boys' room?
Soaking in the boys' room. Anyway.
Glory hole in the boys' room. Who put this hole here?
Glory hole in the boys' room.
Is it moving in and out to the cadence of the song?
Cadence, come in here, sweetheart. Get your vaccines and go to Mormon school.
You don't know what those filthy Mormon boys have.
Make sure they're circumcised and have all their vaccines.
So EM says to me, my son Cadence has to go to your
Entitled
school.
Mormon.
Yes.
That's redundant, isn't it?
Anyway.
Fucking Mormons thinking they're entitled to all of Utah. The sliding sheet metal door to the storage unit opened for us. We were greeted with the smell of many different kinds of dust. Sawdust, that earthly dust, that old book musk, that old book musk, just to name a few.
There was some spider dust from the end of Infinity War. Spoiler, by the way.
Some angel dust.
It was dark in the cluttered, glorified garage. There was a light inside the storage unit, but the sunlight poured down made a distinct border between the dim, almost dark insides of the unit and the outside. There wasn't really there for... I wasn't really there for the most of the trip from Dallas to Haver. But once... What?
Because of the angel dust.
Yeah.
Because of all the angel dust, yeah. But once the smell of all of those different kinds of dust filled my nose, I was almost hyper-realistically aware of my surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that this is a pretty fun start. I think the phrasing of all these different kinds of dust, and I'm like, what? And then they like justify it by like sawdust and earthly dust and book dust, and it's like, okay, yeah, I guess those are different things. So.
Or maybe this is just that one weird friend that when you go and do things, they say weird shit like, "There's a lot of weird dust in here, right?" No, Jeremy, I've never said that in my life. Only you would say that.
It's like, well, I guess you're not a dust otaku.
Aficionado.
Jeremy's sweeping. But yeah.
Inside the 4 gray walls of the storage unit was a collection of old wooden furniture that was stacked up in the back of the ugly unit. To get to the furniture my mother so desperately wanted, we needed to move 3 layers of boxes stacked chest high. I started to regret the deal we made with my aunt. Very relatable. If anyone's ever had to like help their friend move or help someone empty out their storage unit for, I mean, seriously, just like point blank, I've had to do that for people, and it is like, oh, why did I agree to do this on a Saturday? This was a terrible idea.
Yep.
So do you think the deal with the aunt was the angel dust?
Yes, definitely. I have a bag of something in the back of the storage unit. I need you to bring it to me and don't look inside.
It's
behind the armoire.
It's your uncle's ashes. Uncle Bob, but he's right there. Right?
What?
The aunt files a police report. It's like they took off and stole my angel dust. It's like, ma'am, are you telling us you had angel dust stored in there? Yes, bags and bags upon bags of angel dust.
My husband is an angel now, and his dust was in an urn, you see.
Yeah, they're no, you misunderstand. They're handcuffing her. Oh, you misunderstand.
My husband was an angel. That's what I always called him.
My husband, Dusty.
I could see how you were confused by the phrase.
I don't remember if it was either of you who told me this, but when the federal government sues to confiscate illegal substances, the case name is the U.S. government versus 30 barrels of moonshine or something. So that would be, in fact, the U.S. government versus 25 bags of Aunt Martha's angel dust.
All right.
I love how you're just like, I don't know if it was one of you two guys.
Yeah, it wasn't either of us.
You proceed to talk about something related to legal work, and it's like...
I don't know everything about that.
I think it was probably one of your work friends, bud.
I'm picturing Abysmii is at the job. He's at the court. He's talking to somebody, and he's like, by the way, Fiona, was it you that was talking about butt slushies?
Yes!
It was the Tuesday after the wedding when I was allowed on my aunt's computer to relax. Allowed on my aunt's computer to relax, okay.
You know, just stretch out all over the keyboard.
Oh, the narrator's a kitty.
Yeah.
I noticed that she had an email from, I don't know what was more cringy, me saying kitty or you saying yeah, with those two things. Kitties, yeah. I noticed that she had an email from the storage company. Much to her dismay, she had to find a new place for her belongings because of the dead body found in the storage unit. My Aunt Marge... Oh, Simpsons fanfiction. Is the... Wait, no, it can't be the aunt because Patty and Selma don't have children. Oh, wait, no, they do. They adopted one together.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, little Asian baby.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Little Asian Baby, by the way, is my favorite my favorite singer. My Aunt Marge mentioned that it would be a crying shame to see all of our grandfather's handcrafted furniture go to waste, since she had no room for it. My mother almost tore Aunt Marge's head off. Yeah. Soon enough, an agreement was made. We would call everyone from the wedding to find some new homes for my grandfather's furniture. So they're giving away to family, I guess. Mm-hmm. We would have first pickings and could keep everything we could carry in our truck. Because of our hangovers, it was the next day when we went to the storage unit.
Wait, our hangovers?
Yeah.
So maybe
From
not
Angel
a kid
Dust.
then?
I'm trying to understand the time frame here, because if are they in Dallas with hangovers?
Yeah.
I feel like this should have been more chronological.
In Dallas with Hangovers, by the way, is my favorite song by...
Little Asian
what was
Baby.
it you said? Asian Baby?
Okay. My aunt had brought the keys and the paperwork to the office and opened the storage door. Then she bid her goodbyes to us and told us if we needed any help, she'll be at her work at the restaurant next door. I doubted she would be any help at all. We both knew she had to go to work, but we both exchanged a look of disappointment at being played by her again.
Oh, I don't quite remember which restaurant is supposed to be, in the context of this universe, next to the storage units. Is that actually a thing?
There are quite a few. There's Inspector Moo-Moo's milkshakes.
Yeah.
There's Marg Madness, which is
okay,
yeah.
So that's her.
Yeah,
that's her restaurant.
No, not Marge Madness. Marg.
Homer, I'm going mad.
You've heard of Dead Bart, but have you heard of Mad Marg?
Get all the angel dust out of the storage unit.
Marg, the angel dust has changed you. Oh, God. Anyway.
Some people are going to be like, what is angel dust?
Homer, I don't feel so good. Marge, you're turning to dust. Wait.
What?
What? Thanos has snapped you out of existence. You'll have to take care of the children.
Homer, why are you turning into Kermit the Frog?
Marge! Marg! Bart is turning into dust before my very eyes.
So dumb.
Hi, diddly ho, neighbor. I see your family's turned into dust. Thanos must have gotten that final stone.
Maybe that's
Thanos is my god now.
It's the dumbest thing we've ever talked about.
Ned Flanders' secret why he's so pippy is because he does angel dust every morning.
Yeah.
I diddly ho, just did a little bump of coke.
Rod and Todd are gone, but I couldn't care less. I'm flying.
I call it my angel dust.
God damn it. Anyway, so we thought that the aunt was going to help, but instead she's like, I gotta work, by the way. See ya. You guys clean out this locker.
That's what the protag thought. I did not think she would.
My mother and I got to work moving the boxes.
Isn't this Abysmii?
No. Is it?
I just read.
Yeah.
Oh. Fine. Fucking hell.
I was going to let you.
If you want to be all territorial, that's fine.
My mother and I
I'm
got
getting
to work
outraged on behalf of Abysmii.
My mother and I got to work moving the boxes, some half open, others not. The layer of boxes were full of outside Christmas decorations. I guess that's since it snowed so much in Montana, it wasn't a practical idea to put out decorations at all. And that's why the decorations were sent to the tomb.
The tomb.
It doesn't matter. You can put out decorations whenever you want.
Yeah. Whatever.
Next,
people get mad at me for having the giant penis erected at my front lawn, and I'm like, look,
it's a religious symbol.
Yeah.
The satanic rituals I have with Satan's cock in my front yard is my business and nobody else's, sir.
Sir, I'm here with the housing authority to ask you nicely and calmly, can you please put the giant cock in your backyard? Can you put it by your back door? Sir, why are you laughing? Sir?
Sir, what? Why have you erected a cock in your front? Oh, I said erect. Okay.
You know what? If they can get a statue of Baphomet erected, Baphomet,
girl,
to at the expense of the taxpayer, then I think because it's a religious symbol, it won't be too long before someone can just straight up make a giant penis and be like, "That's my religion." What? Come at me, First Amendment. What are you gonna do?
Come at me, says giant penis erector.
That's a great headline.
Hey, clickhole.
It wouldn't be so bad if he should just leave his bushes untrimmed so we can't see it. Next layer I handled, wear heavy boxes of books. I loved books
Where are they? Where heavy boxes of books?
Whoa. I loved books so. When my mom wasn't looking, I took a peek inside. Aunt Marge did say we could keep anything we found in there. These were weird psychology books. The thinnest was labeled The Personality and Preference Inventory, or PAPI for short. A PAPI. I was more of a Myers-Briggs 16 personalities kind of person. So you like BuzzFeed, is what you're saying. You're more of an online quiz person.
Is more of a Myers-Briggs, has distinct differences in what type of dust they're smelling.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Well, I remember a bit from, you ever remember that show, Insomniac with Dave Attell?
I've heard of
I remember
it,
the
but
name. I
never
don't
saw
think
it.
I ever saw an episode.
There's one bit where he's going through a library, like a small little library, and they're like organizing books, and he's like, "Sorry guys, I have to leave. You're organizing books alphabetically, and I'm more of a Dewey Decimal System guy myself." And he leaves, and I love that line.
Well, it's true. Anybody who would organize books alphabetically is an idiot, but yeah.
Hey, what kind of pleb are you, organizing things by the letters in them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's stupid.
Ridiculous.
I've heard stories of my aunt's ex-husband becoming a psychologist suddenly overnight. No. And I guessed that they must have... He was bitten by a radioactive
At
psychologist.
every full moon, he was a psychologist.
Yes!
How does that make you feel? At the full moon. And I guess...
The aunt just wakes up in the middle of the night, and he's like over in a chair at the side, like, "Honey, come back to bed," and he's just glowing with energy coming off of him. And it's
Yep.
like, how does this make you feel?
Yeah, he's got like a little notebook. Ex-husband becoming a psychologist, and I guessed that they must have stole each other's stuff during the divorce. I don't...
Huh?
Abysmii is the legal term when you split up and have a divorce, is the legal term stealing each other's stuff.
No, but that's probably made into many a declaration during the divorce proceedings.
Your Honor, I propose that I would like to steal my husband's stuff. What?
Actually, is Montana even a shared property state?
It's in America, yes, Abysmii. It reminded me of the many weird tests I had to take while I was in counseling. I tossed the book back in the box and shook my head, trying to physically shake those thoughts from my head. One of them fell out. It ran away. No. Which only helped to make me feel lightheaded. Okay, so this person has been in counseling.
I would say that everything that has been said up to this point makes sense. I think that there just needs to be a little more thought put into how everything is phrased.
It's lacking a little bit of cohesion.
Yeah, like, nothing is, like, silly or doesn't make sense or isn't logical. It's just, I feel like I need to take a moment to reread every sentence to make sure I'm understanding what they're trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
I would switch something up here where it says the personality and preference inventory, or Poppy for short. I would say I was more of a which Disney princess are you kind of person.
Which is, if the answer isn't Gaston, then it's wrong.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Also, Montana is not a community property state, so they probably did steal each other's shit during the divorce.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
Thank you for your legal advice.
It's not legal advice, not a lawyer.
I got all of his books on psychology. Now he's not going to know what the fuck to tell his patients. I don't know. Go bounce a ball against a wall. I don't fucking know.
Dr. Werewolf, what should I do? You could chase a ball.
Yes.
You could chase a stick.
Now, how does my butt smell? But yeah. Because he's a dog, you say.
The patient gets up, it's like, I will go chase a ball. I feel much better. And then as soon as the door shuts, he gets up and sniffs where the patient was sitting.
Curls up and lays down.
God damn it.
Last layer must only been her ex-husband's thing, which I found odd. I joked that maybe Aunt Marge might have killed him, which lightened the mood.
Foreshadowing?
Marge, put down that gun!
Homer, the angel tusk is compelling me.
Marge, no, think of Maggie!
Who?
I did it for her!
You're doing this really bad Kermit impression for Homer. It's killing me.
Mr. Burns, help me! Piggy! Merge, Piggy, please! I never meant for the two of you to meet!
Maybe Parge. This is so dumb. To the boxes were labeled clothing. To the boxes were labeled clothing. Okay.
To the boxes.
Labeled clothes.
To the boxes. To the door that rolls up.
To the angel dust.
And the song just ends.
All different kinds of rust. Oh, sneeze, motherfucker. Oh, sneeze, goddamn.
Fucking hell.
Last box was already open. It had a dirty PS2 with 2 memory cards, an iToy, and a few games inside. I wondered aloud
What is an
why.
iToy?
Oh, god damn it. Google it. It's awful.
Is an iToy basically just like a webcam for a PS2?
Yes, precisely.
So it takes pictures and stores them.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, it was awful. I wonder aloud why she would have this, and my mother started one of her tirades.
You
Okay.
kids today in your Fortnite. Back in the day, PS2 was the... I don't know.
Back in my day, we just had PUBG. Oh, wait. So I'm just going to say that her killing her ex-husband's foreshadowing, but I could be wrong.
Or
When I
lampshading.
was a little kid, I always played with the PS2 they had at Blockbuster. That's bullshit because half the time it didn't work.
Well,
Sometimes. So go ahead.
that's because this kid got to it. They would fix it, this kid would play it and break it.
All those times I went to Montana, or I guess he went from Dallas to California. Sometimes I wouldn't even pick out a movie and just go straight to for the PS2. My parents wanted to get me one for Christmas, but didn't have the money for it at the time, so they asked Aunt Marge for some financial help. According to my mom, she was having trouble with the restaurant at the time and couldn't help us, but the bitch had enough to get her ex-husband the same toy without a problem. By the end, I wished I was encompassed with the same anger too, but I was just disappointed.
How dare she spend money on her own things for her own family?
Oh, bitch.
Yeah. Is this Cadence? Is that the narrator here? Cadence?
Fucking Aunt Marge doing lines of angel dust off of her husband's PS2 all the time in front of us. Rubbing it in her face. Not the angel
goddamn
dust.
it.
She wouldn't share that, though.
What's quick, DP? What's a PS2 game?
Metal Gear Solid 3?
All right, so I don't know. That doesn't help me. Okay, I felt myself slip into my past again. Right as my mom asked me if I wanted it, we took the box of games, including the gaming system, into the truck and placed it in the back seat too.
We took the box of games, but we left the PS2 just to spite her.
Yeah,
Of course you took the PS2.
try playing it.
See, that's the thing, none of this is illogical. It's just phrased in a bizarre way that doesn't feel naturalistic.
Yeah.
It's like we took the box of games, including the game system, which
Did you take the controllers too? Did you take the power supply? Did
No.
you take the memory cards? Like,
No.
you know,
like you don't need to say that. It's just like
Yeah.
we took the games and stuff. Like
Well,
it just feels weird.
how on board are we with the idea that... see, now this is the thing. I don't know much about console gaming and when consoles were released beyond the Sega Genesis. So,
because you're a master PC race person.
because I'm an 80s kid, and that's all I remember. But was the PS2 released in a time when it would be common for Aunt Marge to buy her husband a PS2? Like nowadays, you'd be like, "Oh, my sweet ass girlfriend bought me a fucking PS4. Holy shit, I'm gonna marry her." You know.
Well, I can recall things like that happening in my life where
Okay.
adults got PS2. So
Okay,
yeah,
well then there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree.
I just didn't know what year it would be or whatever.
you
Okay.
you were completely fair in having that question. I would maybe include something in the story that would kind of go along with that. It's like, it's kind of weird because I was a little kid, and so like I would get more mileage out of a PS2 than this, middle-aged person.
Right.
So like putting something
Psychologist.
putting something in there like that I think would help.
We really do not have an age range for anybody in this story, and kind of not off-putting, but confusing. Because I just it's hard to envision the generational divide here. Because at first we thought the protag was a child, but it looks like they're of drinking age. So how old does that make his aunt?
I don't know.
His aunt's ex-husband? I don't know.
It does seem to be I didn't think that it was a kid. You thought it was a kid. I didn't think that.
I thought that they were exactly 64 years old, but no.
Everyone.
Everybody,
All the
the
time.
mother, the aunt, the kid, they're all 64 years old.
That's what happens. They stepped into a parallel dimension where everyone is 64 years old.
The Twilight Years zone. Okay, anyway.
Whose turn is it?
Yours.
Yeah, yours.
By lunchtime, we both agreed we needed to rest. I flat out told my mom that I couldn't talk to my aunt right now, so she would get us some food to go. I told her I'd be in the comic book store. Why?
Fucking nerd.
Nerd.
I mean,
Why would you not want to talk to your aunt?
it could be, I would think it would be because the aunt made them clean out the locker and said, by the way, I have to go work. But it almost reads like because they bought the PS2 for the husband. I don't know.
Yeah, again, just needs to be cleared up. Hi, dog.
Hello, doggy.
Uh-oh.
Angry dog.
What's, DP, you're not going to check your lawn for, teenagers?
I'm sure they're dead by now.
Alright, so this person's going to the comic book store. What a nerd. Okay.
Yeah, what a nerd. The comic book store was more like a nerd's paradise. Well, yeah, okay. There were mannequins dressed in cosplay and nerd culture t-shirts in the front display, along with posters of the newest versions of the never-changing old superheroes. Very cool.
That's not true, or...
No, it's not.
Let's see. Let's go through a list of things for people to gripe about in the comments below. Female Captain Marvel, female Thor, Asian Hulk, Black Captain America. Take your pick of what you want to be enraged about here.
I walked inside and there was a box of toys being hand-examined by a man in his late 40s. He greeted me with a smile and a casual, "Welcome to Stars and Bards."
That is a good name for a Texas comic book store.
If they weren't in Montana.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Well, I mean, Montana, maybe too. I don't know.
Montana is the Texas of the Midwest.
I'm assuming it's a reference to the Stars and Bars, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
for sure.
I nodded. Yep. Oh, okay.
No, I got nothing.
I nodded to him with a smile, and a little shy hi escaped my lips. Hi. Nico.
As I walked around the store. Another man in a green polo shirt said, "Oh, they have games here too?" I wandered over to the man and took a look around the games.
So another customer says, "Oh, they have games here too?" And
out loud to nobody.
I don't know, man. Maybe they got too many vaccines and they're socially awkward.
So I was...
Oh, they have games here, too?
Yeah! It's amazing.
Maybe it's a plant. Maybe it's like someone who secretly works there.
Wow, I sure
prices.
like shopping at Stars and Bards.
Yeah. But back at the comic book store I used to go to years ago, this is sort of...
Before you got banned.
Yeah, before I got banned. There was a guy there one time. Usually you see like the usual people at the comic book store over and over and over again, all the weird people. So most of the people there that are like the usual weirdos and nerds and geeks and stuff like that. So I went in there one day, and there was this dude standing at the comic rack, one of the walls of comics, and he's looking through an issue of Captain America, and he's got the perfectly slicked back hair. He's got like the stubble. He's like got this cut jaw. He's like got this dark skin, like tan skin, and he's got on a trench coat, like a leather trench coat, black pants, black boots, black hair. Just this roguish guy who looks like he could be an actor. So I'm like, whoa, that's weird. Somebody here who doesn't look like shit. So I was thinking to myself for like a split second, what is this guy doing here? Why is he in a comic shop of all places? And then as I walked by, I heard him, as he's reading the comic, say, "Oh no, what is Captain America gonna do now?" And I was like, oh, okay, well, there we go. Now I know.
Okay.
Oof.
What is Captain America gonna do? I was like, welcome home, my friend.
Yeah.
You're among friends.
Yeah.
No one's your friend. Everyone hates you and wants you to leave. Please don't be here.
Get out of here, attractive person.
God damn. Why does everybody hate me because I'm attractive?
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Yeah.
With a smile at how lucky I was, I commented on how old they were.
Mm-hmm.
I wandered over to the man and took a look at the games. With a smile at how lucky I was, I commented on how old they were. Okay.
Wow! These games are old!
Yeah, fucking great. The man turned to me. Yeah, a lot of these are more for my era. I don't know much about anything post N64, but I'll whip anyone at Bubble Bobble. I'll whip anyone at Bubble Bobble. Something nobody has ever said.
Bubble
Carlie,
Bobble state champion here.
I'm going to speak directly to the author of this story, Carlie. It's a good thing that you're too cool to know what people say at comic stores. You're living life right. To not...
Elias, I'm going to need you to cut out what Slimebeast said at I'll whip anyone a bubble bobble because I need that for my ringtone.
Beat anybody, a bubble bubble. Beat everybody, a bubble bubble. Like I need the trap remix of that.
Bobble, bobble, bobble.
Put reverb on it.
You could do the old "This Is Sparta" song. It's like bubble, bubble, bubble. That ended up being Baby Shark. I don't know why.
Bobble, bobble. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I wouldn't doubt it. I replied with a giggle. I think, yeah,
What?
you're old. I think
What is happening?
I have no idea. I think one of my friends had one. My first video game system was a Game Boy Advance. If you don't count those times at Blockbuster when I played the PS2, no one would.
By the way, Bubble Bobble is cooperative. I just realized.
Oh, yeah.
Although, maybe you could go by scores, like who has the high score, at the end. So yeah, that does hold together.
I never played much PS2. I had a cousin who owned one. He was really into this Breath of Fire game for a while. It looked pretty cool. So what brings you in here today, if you don't mind me asking?
I paused for a moment, deep in thought over all the half-truths I could tell, and decided on one. I'm hunting for Hitler, you see. Oh, no, wait. I'm looking for some PS2 games, I said, a tad too enthusiastically. Oh, I'm looking for some PS2 games! I found one in my aunt's storage unit today.
Why would you think about the half-truths you could tell? I mean, you could just be, I'm in here browsing, like a lot of people do when they walk into a comic book shop.
Well, I mean, there is sort of, there is what you could look into as a certain amount of subtext here about being in a place where you don't really know many people, being in a store you've never been in before, with someone you'll never see again, and it's like, you could say any random bullshit. You could have fun with it, but...
Well, yeah, but would you?
Maybe.
I don't know.
As I'm looking for PS2 games to take back to Africa. See, I'm part of a mission where we're trying to find Christian-friendly PS2 games.
I don't know if you've ever played the PS1, but I'm interested in PS2 back to Africa, but yeah.
He smiled and spoke. Oh, you're a storage unit person too. I guess most people at the plaza this week probably are. PS2 is a pretty good find. Any games you're after in particular? He glanced back at the display of the video games.
He does work there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That is dialogue that's believable, but like the other dialogue has just been weird and stilted.
I turned to the game rack and spoke. I know I want Rayman Raving Rabbids for sure, in any games that include the old camera gimmick.
Okay, the narrator's just being mean to this guy now. Because the guy says, would you like any games in particular? And she's like, Rayman Raving Rabbids? Can you say that for me? Let me know if you see it. Point it out by name.
You're looking for Wayman?
Oh, Wayman Waving Rabbids. Here it is.
Be very quiet. I'm hunting waving wabbits.
Anyway.
Do we have Wayman Waving Wabbits? Someone come to the front desk. My friend said there were developer kits that they used to sell too, but I doubt that there's one here. Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
She picks up a game from the... God damn it, there goes our whole headcanon. Motherfucker. She picks up a game from the shelf and then looks to him. Are you a storage unit person too?
It's got to be a fun experience, though. It's just like you see a hot girl in a bar and you're like, oh my god, she's the woman of my dreams. And you're like, hey lady, what do you drink? And it's like, I'll have a Manhattan. Just has the weirdest speech.
I'll have a white Russian.
A white Russian.
On the walks.
Oh, man.
I'll
have some sex on the beat. Anyway. Not necessarily a deal breaker.
Flaming Mo.
Oh, Marge, they stole my drink. But yeah,
I have a margarita.
Margarita.
Margarita? Is that like margarine in margarita?
You know what? I bet you could easily get a modern day Simpsons episode done where Marge invents the margarita and Mo steals it at the bar, and none of them would remember
Yeah.
That was another
Pretty much
storyline.
anything goes, so have at it.
Just work Lady Gaga in there. Yeah, I'm clearing out a unit with my ex. Oh, so wait. Did we introduce a new character here that we didn't really notice?
Yeah, there's I think...
There's a guy. The guy was in the green shirt, but now we have a girl.
Yeah,
not in a green shirt.
He motioned to his friend who was a girl who...
But she's
I guess
topless?
has something to do... I don't know, man. I'm so confused. This whole situation is very weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm cleaning out a unit with my ex. I'm cleaning out my ex's unit. I'm hoping to get some cash for some old toys I found in there. Now it's a guy again. He glanced over to Greg at the
Who's
counter.
Greg?
Greg Clarkson. Should be finding out about that any minute, I hope. So Greg is the guy who was looking at the toys.
I guess.
See, now, I will give some advice to this writer, because I feel like we're being really harsh without saying, like, why. In some cases, in the dialogue from the guy, you should establish that the name is Greg. Like, you could say,
Yes.
I'm hoping to get some cash for some old toys from Greg over there, or whatever way you would introduce his name, because the author wouldn't know his name at this point.
Yes, it's pretty unclear what's going on, even.
I mean, they're in a comic shop, and I thought that the narrator had the games with them when they went in the comic shop. I don't know why.
Well, that would be like a motive of, I'm going to go pawn them now because I looked over the games I got, and 3 of them are really awesome, and 3 were like, garbage that you get, like FIFA 2003 or something that I could care less about. So I wanted to go and sell that. But he just wanders in because thing to do at lunch, I guess.
Doesn't want to talk to the aunt,
Yeah. It's not like it's not a bad motive for the character, but it is kind of weird considering that we were talking about video games, and then he's in a video game shop, or at least one that sells it, and then he's not there to sell the video games. It's just weird.
So DP, I believe this is you. Is that correct?
Yeah. Where am I at?
Oh, cool.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Very cool.
I'm Snake all of a sudden. I hope you have some collector's items. I paused and placed the game back on the shelf. I was scanning the RPG section when my eyes unfocused and my mouth moved before I could stop it. I was having a seizure. I was having a stroke.
Half of my face drooped, and I couldn't feel it. I
It's
started
just like
speaking.
some
I don't
weird,
feel so good, Mr. Greg. What if Thanos had a thing? Instead of incinerating people when he snapped his fingers, they just had a stroke.
Gave half the world a stroke.
No, he gave half of every living creature a stroke.
Yes!
My hand don't work too good no more.
My God, that would be the most offensive second film ever in the history of franchises. Avengers. Endgame.
They never did explain why they replaced Robert Downey Jr. with Jim Ross.
I have no idea who that is, but I assume that it's quite offensive, good sir.
Yeah, it's a stroke victim. Anyway. Spelling out the joke.
Okay, can we get if you want that phrase I said to be a ringtone, can we get DP a t-shirt, a black t-shirt that says in white letters, yeah, it's a stroke victim. That thing over there, it's a stroke victim. Jesus Christ.
Upcoming Fearfic merchandise. Look for our t-shirts on Teespring.
How awesome would that be to open our store with all this pomp and circumstance? You can get a t-shirt at the Fearfic store at Spreadshirt. All it is a single t-shirt that just says, it's a stroke victim.
Can we get a shirt that says, I am a stroke victim? And then that shirt will, it's like, it's not what you think. It means that Dead Palette jacked off in front of me without my consent.
People will be very confused.
Oh, God.
I'm a stroke victim and all I got was this Nazi shit.
I'm a stroke victim, but that's not the problem.
I'm a stroke victim and now I wish I wasn't.
Can we get like one of those really edgy t-shirts where it says in all different size fonts and all different fonts, it says, never mess with a stroke victim. Sweetie will... like one of those big sentences.
God damn it. No, we're not going to do that.
Stroke victims don't do anything half-assed. Like something like that. What?
God damn it.
This line of thinking is is no good.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's because the story has cohesion problems and it's just influencing our humor here, but
it might be the angel dust we took before recording.
probably.
I was scanning the RPG section when my eyes unfocused and my mouth moved before I could stop it. The angel dust was really kicking in.
Take that, Aunt Mars.
Maybe that's what happened. Is just like someone was in the storage unit and they had a bag of angel dust and they like dropped it and the angel dust just got everywhere. Oh. So just walking in there gives you a contact high.
Nice. I don't know. I prefer the line of thinking where he just gets really angry about the PS2 and says, "Not going to give me a PS2 for Christmas? Fine, take your angel dust. Going to do it while I'm moving all your shit. See what I care."
I quietly asked, "Do you know what happened to the man that died there?"
Mm. Oh, tell me that canonically he had a stroke, DP.
Do you not know what happened?
The thing is, when we started this, I didn't know what we were going to be reading or not reading, so I haven't read anything to do with Fleming at all. So.
No, he committed suicide. He hung himself.
Yeah, but did he have a stroke?
I mean, he was stroking it while it happened.
Oh, okay.
Just David Carradining all over the place.
God damn it. Anyway.
Right.
If you call the giant thing that chops off people's head a guillotine, can we start calling nooses carradines?
Yes. I'm in favor of that. Yeah, let's do that.
But it has to be spelled similarly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so is this Abysmii now?
This is me now.
Okay, we're all going to hell. Please continue.
Yes. I haven't heard anything, and as long as there's no psychotic killer running around town, I'm not sure I want to know.
I'm sorry. Can't you picture an opening to The Simpsons where the couch gag is just all of them having a stroke in real time?
I think I've had gags kind of like that, where they're just like really loopy. It's not like stroke loopy, but it might as well be.
It's not like stroke loopy.
Just regular loopy, you know.
Life of Loopy.
He shook his head, but if it was just a death of natural causes...
He shook his head. He was having a stroke as well.
Fucking hell, why?
I suppose they wouldn't be closing the place down or having everyone move their stuff out. This feels like a fanfic for, like, Clerks 2 or something.
Clerks
just
2.
People saying weird-ass dialogue in a comic book shop.
It makes me wonder. I trailed off in thought, her head turning to the displays in the windows. Oh my god, the mannequins are people.
Ah!
There was a woman in a green jacket that was walking by with 2 white carry-out boxes. Oh, I have to meet up with my mom. Bye, I said suddenly, then left the store in a hurry.
The woman in the green jacket also happened to be my mom.
Yeah. She was a mannequin now. Bum, bum, bum.
Mom, wait.
Okay, somebody write a horror story just called Momakin, about someone's mom turning into a mannequin.
My mind raced. Yeah, my mind raced. What a stupid question to ask him. Yet, what made me wonder was why no one was talking about whoever died in there. Who were they? Where are they into video games too? It's sad how the world goes on without recognizing a fallen member of the same species. Too dramatic. It's unfair how the world only favors the rich and famous, since when they die, no one stops talking about them for days on end. Yet when someone dies, the rest of the world doesn't even notice.
By the way, did you guys hear who died, by the way?
I read it in the obituary, which specifically states who died today.
Yeah, but no, seriously though, not related to the story, but did you guys hear who died?
No.
Who?
Oh, Genghis Khan. It was a while ago. I'm surprised you didn't hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Now he's Genghis gone. So this is a sentiment, though, that is kind of important to Unit 70. Is just like, it was just some janitor, and he's gone now. So who cares? And, like, move on. And it's like, it's a story about someone deciding not to move on and actually, like, contemplate what that means and how serious that is, that another human being is gone and that they felt that they had nothing to live for.
Which is fine, but it feels like everything up until this point was kind of cobbled together just so the protag could reach that thought, and it doesn't. Again, I keep using the word cohesion, but none of this feels natural.
No, but it does make me think, though, because now that we're here and we only have 2 more sentences, 3 more, I can kind of see what it was they were going for now, because I think what they were trying to do is, hey, I got caught up in all of this petty family drama that doesn't mean anything, and boohoo, my day is so bad because I had to help move boxes, and then it's like, oh shit, someone died. I'm kind of being a dick.
Mm-hmm.
And so if the story kind of like helps focuses on that, I think that the end result would be more effective.
Yeah.
Did you finish the last sentence of that paragraph?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Well, will I even be noticed when I die?
We ate in silence, right before we loaded up the furniture and slammed the sliding sheet metal door shut. I wasn't really there on the trip back from Harv to Dallas.
Okay. I like that.
Now,
I like the book ending. That was good.
Subtext. The narrator is dead. What do you think? They weren't there on either trip, literally.
We all know that people in comic book shops just talk to ghosts constantly.
Yeah. I mean, there's no interaction with anyone before that, to my knowledge. Maybe there is, but maybe not. I could be remembering wrong.
Maybe.
Sort of like a thing where the dusty PS2, I'm wondering if that was bought for the person, but they were dead since, way back. I don't know. There's no way to really know, but it's just like maybe possible subtext. I don't know.
That would be good. Yeah, I'm not sure that
I can't believe
interact with people.
I can't believe that they got this PS2, but maybe it was actually for the narrator, but they just assume it wasn't. I don't know.
So here's what we should do. Everyone, I want you to go read this story, and then down in the comments below, leave a comment supporting this theory or disproving this theory. See what we can amount.
DP,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I have to push you off the stage, push you into the orchestra pit. Okay, everybody, like the video if you think that they were dead the whole time. Share the video if you think they weren't.
Yeah.
Even though there's no metric to see how many times it's shared, do it anyway.
Actually,
dislike for T-Series.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
Technically, you can look up dislikes on analytics, but or rather shares in analytics. But ain't no one gonna do that.
I don't have a law degree, so I don't know how to do that.
Any final thoughts?
Premise is good. A lot of the details are great. As we've said 100 times already, just needs flow. Just the story does not flow from one scene or one thought to the other very well, and not in and I'm not speaking in the way that you can do a stream of consciousness type of writing, because that does have a flow to it. It's just the details are very jumbled. This one it seems out of order, and the details kind of lose their meaning when they're presented in such a way.
I would say that this story needs to definitively tell us if it is Simpsons fan fiction.
True.
Like, even just a detail, like, my Aunt Marge adjusted her blue beehive. That would be very subtle and simple.
Yes.
Yeah. You'd have to be really watching for that.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
Hey, I hope this isn't too creepy, but this place is packed and there are no tables.
Mm-hmm.
Can I sit here?
Oh, sure, no problem.
Thanks, my name's Rick, by the way.
I'm Becky.
Well, nice to meet you.
The human being.
I'm sorry?
Becky the human being. That's me.
I still don't follow.
I'm a human being named Becky. Does that sound like I made it up? Like I'm not actually a human being, or that I didn't actually have real parents who named me Becky?
No, I mean, yes. Listen, maybe there's been a misunderstanding. I just want to sit down and eat my bacon melt. I'm not trying to hit on you or anything.
Of course not. If you hit me, I would crush you with my pincers.
Huh?
I would crush you with my human hands. Slap you with my female human hands.
I think I'm just going to stand, no offense.
Should I be standing? Human beings sit down when they ingest human food. By which I mean food made for humans, not food made of humans. I mean, who would want to eat a human?
Have a nice day, Becky.
You too, Becky. I mean, Rick, I'm Becky. So totally Becky right now. Just Beckying it up here like a human, which I am.
Excuse me? Whoa!
Oh, you startled me. I'm Becky, the human being. And you may sit down.
I'm Glenn.
Glenn, the...
Tax attorney?
Oh, a job title. That means you toil in return for currency.
What do you do for a living?
Cosmic entity. I mean cosmetology. I help ugly people deceive others. Do you think it's bad to deceive others?
None of my business, really.
I also enjoy human-female activities, like sabotaging other females and mating with their life partners. That's just Becky. Typical human being behavior, am I right?
I think I'm gonna...
Please, don't leave.
Becky...
Human being. Listen, let me just be blunt here. Can we leave this clown-themed eating establishment and go somewhere private? Like a dark, moist place with lots of fungus and parasites?
That sounds...
I have to say this. Glenn, I really feel like you could be the one, you know? The one I wrap up in adhesive webbing, the one I fill with larvae. Metaphorically speaking, of course, because I'm a human.
I am super into that.
Yay!
My plug for today is the artist, a musician known as Trevor something.
Oh, Trevor something. You don't even remember his last name. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I've got a poor memory. He just released a album called Bots Don't Cry. It is free to stream on Spotify and YouTube, and you can pick it up on Bandcamp as well. Really good, just relaxing, chill, synthwave, retro wave stuff. I've been really getting into his discography lately. So yeah, go check that out if you want some chill-ass vibes.
All right, that was Trevor Swamp Thing.
Yes.